What's going on, Dark Magical community, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to be taking a look at my 22nd place Chaos Burning Abyss deck from the Spartanburg, South Carolina Regionals, all the way back in 2016. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I would like to once again thank all of you for joining me back here on the What Was I Thinking segment, where I show you guys my past deck profiles, I make fun of them, see how far I've come as a player, or at least that's what I like to tell myself. And like I stated in the beginning, today we're going to be looking at a 22nd place Chaos Burning Abyss deck profile from the Spartanburg Regional in 2016. So we're going to jump right into this, but before we get started, as always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. It just motivates me to make more videos like this, more roasting videos, more Dark Magician videos, more Burning Abyss, hero content, things of that nature. Also, be on the lookout for my audiobook featuring Patrick Hoban's Road of the King coming out very, very soon, as well as month number 2 of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Journey, which will have footage from the YCS Charlotte, the first YCS after COVID, as well as a regional from Greenville, South Carolina. So be on the lookout for that. And without further ado, let's jump right into this. All right, so my initial thoughts of looking at this are actually, I'm dressed seemingly like a normal person. I'm wearing a shirt that I very recently actually got rid of, the White Pine Bay shirt from Bates Motel. I have a beard going on, which unfortunately, I just can't stand the feeling of a beard anymore, so I never grow it out. But I feel good about this one. It's also 10 minutes long, so I'm pretty sure this will be the longest installment of the series. So let's jump into this and see what I played.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy T-6 here, bringing you a regional deck profile from Spartanburg, South Carolina. We're not in Spartanburg.
Full disclaimer, I'm not a Wake Forest fan. I literally bought that hat with a set of shorts just to wear because they were cheap.
Not here. This was from last format, even though last format was like 24 hours ago. It's my teammate Michael Boyd. Mike, what's up, man?
What's going on, dude?
So what deck you bringing us today?
I'm bringing you Chaos Burning Abyss.
And what place did you get in the regional?
I got 22nd.
Alright. What were some of the matchups you played?
Played against Cyframes. That wasn't really a problem. Played against Quantums. Wasn't really a problem either. Played against Crystal Blanc Synchro deck. That was a problem.
Okay, so I actually remember this because, people always say that I remember where I was when John F. Kennedy was shot. They say I remember where I was when 9/11 happened. I remember where I was, what I did wrong every time I've ever played against a pro player. I was playing Crystal Blanc. It was round 3. He was playing the Synchro Fusionist Pile deck, which was very, very fast and very ahead of its time. Basically, what this deck would do is it would make 3 Cyframe Lord Omegas, take 3 cards out of your hand, and then make Trishula twice. Trishula wasn't 1 at this time, so they were using Boxia to shuffle Trishula back to Synchro Trishula again. Take more cards out of your hand and set up a Formula Synchron play to Synchro into Trish to take your last card in your main phase. If it was a card that you had to set or a card you had to activate, etc. So I have this guy on the absolute ropes. I'm playing this deck, obviously, in Game 3. The one time the entire day I forgot my Scarm Search, it ended up costing me beating Crystal Blanc. And I've never forgotten that.
Yeah, Max Eden had like 5 cards left in my deck on his first turn. Jesus. We're about to go into time when he finished his first turn. So and then playing against Infernoid. He was really, really bad, but Infernoid just beats BA, so I lost to him. Then I won the next 4 rounds.
Nice.
So I just won out from there. I played against like Cosmo, Teller Knights. I played against the Teller Knight and the rest were all Cosmo. And I 2-0'd all of them.
Nice. Good stuff, man.
It was good.
Let's go ahead and get to this deck profile.
Awesome. So we're going to play this.
Before we actually get started on the deck profile, I'm doing this because I specifically chose this video because I've been playing Burning Abyss for the past few weeks. That's basically been the theme for the channel the past few weeks. And I decided that I wanted to take a look back and see how far that I've came with Burning Abyss.
many as we can of the original ones.
Ooh, graph it 1 and sear it 2.
Slowly going down on them.
Right.
Gonna play the new Burning Abyss card.
Might as well be a bit Burning Abyss monster.
Might as well have been Fiendish Rhino with the Burning Abyss.
Right.
And played Libic, Barbar, Alec. Those were the one-ofs that I played.
No
How do
Calcab.
you feel about Libic? Because I know you and me like had conversations about Libic, like not being really that great, being like really subpar.
He's a good card, like in the fact that when you have Beatrice with like a Dante attached under it, you can use Beatrice to send attach Dante and send Libic, and then use Dante to add Seer back to your hand, then Libic special the Seer that you added back to your hand. Because Libic doesn't actually target, so as long as you do your chain links right, you can do that.
That is true, but notable explanation is you do have to have a Burning Abyss monster in your hand to be able to legally activate Libic. So that play does still work. You just have to make sure that you aren't cheating and you actually have something in your hand to legally activate the effect first.
I mean, I don't think I ever used his effect one time. He's just
You still
he's
don't.
just there as another name, which you'll see as I get into this a little bit more. While I wanted to play as many names as I could, and I never thought I would say this, but Barbar Swag. This card won me 4 or 5 games by itself. This card makes Nightmare Shark 2900. This card is ridiculous.
Card's so good, dude.
Card's still out here winning games.
22 Farfa. I bounce back and forth between 2 and 3.
Yeah, I do too.
It just sucks to draw like 2 in your opening hand and then have to normal then special, and you kind of just waste an effect. But I never missed not having the third one. I was pretty.
I'm still playing
I mean, you
2.
play 2 Seer.
Right.
So, play double Calcab.
Oh, I played double
because
Calcab.
I wanted to build
Nice.
my deck to be strong against Cosmo.
Right.
Because I felt with the gold set dropping, that's the biggest deck I play against.
Yeah, that's the
And,
biggest threat.
When you twin twister them at their end phase and pitch Calcab and hit 3, it's ridiculous at that point. One of the mistakes I played was I played 2 Rubiks. I should have only played 1.
Didn't prove to really be that good.
So, I main decked Majesty's Fiend, I'll go ahead and say that. He was good in the aspect I could special him and tribute from Majesty's without losing any effects.
Right.
But I only made Virgil 1 time all day. He's okay, but you never make it. Like, I might honestly make this maybe Drogig or Cogna, just so I have more variations in the names.
Right.
Or you could just play 1 Rubik and play one of the other ones.
non-VA stuff. I played 2 Max, 3 Valor. I wish I had
Nice.
cut another card in my deck and played 3 of this. 'Cause
I'm
this card
actually
would be for me.
kind of like dumbfounded. I'm having a hard time roasting this. Like, there's nothing wrong with that monster lineup at all. Like, even I said I probably shouldn't have played double Rubik, but I mean, even at the worst, Rubik is still a BA name.
Every time I drew it, it was always live. Same with Valor. It's kind of subpar against Cosmo,
Right.
but there are times when they don't have a ship in their hand to tag with, and the Valor just destroys them. All right, now onto my super spicy tech cards. I made
Majesty's Fiend,
Fiend.
yes!
The best non-monarch.
So, I'll skip over another card. So, a Fiendish Rhino Warrior, one of my favorite plays is to go. Where is it? Alright, obviously we played this. Tour Guide and Rhino.
Oh, Dante Mill 3, Detach Rhino, Send Majesty's Fiend, or Break Sword, okay.
Rhino Warrior, Send Majesty's Fiend because he sends anything.
And now you have a Light and
BLS.
Dark for BLS.
So,
Oh gosh, it was so
play
good that
Chaos,
day.
Chaos
And then Chaos
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer as well, obviously.
Going back to the early days of Burning Abyss, just because Rhino Warrior fuels your Chaos Engine more than anything ever has.
Right.
And then to go with the Rhinos too, also played Rainbow Karibo.
Too good.
And
And he's a fiend also, ain't he?
he is a
Rainbow
fiend,
Karibo, you could dump
Send
Rainbow
off Rhino
Karibo
Warrior.
off Rhino to be able to block attacks.
and you can do this with like
I definitely would have played Rubik over playing Rainbow Karibo, but it was cool. It caught a lot of people off guard.
Beatrice. If Beatrice is gonna die, like one guy made Dweller against me, and I knew he had Regeki because you wouldn't make Dweller against a Beatrice.
Right.
But I was able to send this, even though I couldn't use it that turn. On the next turn, I had protection, so I wouldn't get OTK'd on the following turn. Because I still had other stuff, but this guy was MVP. Like when they swing at you with Farm Girl and you would put this from hand and negate their attack, then they tag out and then you negate that attack too. He was just really strong.
That's actually not that
And I'll
bad.
explain more while I
Look at
play
me.
that here.
Look how far we have come from playing Flamvell, Hero, Monarch, whatever that abomination of the first deck profile I posted was. Look how far we've come. We actually made a deck with relatively decent card theory, and it worked out for us.
Then my spells were Reaki Foolish, Cyclone, and Twin Twisters.
How will the Cyclone work out?
Oh man, it was awesome every time. Every single time.
I know a lot of people play Double Dark Hole and their VA builds. Did you not miss that at all?
I didn't miss it at all. Like, I went to a tournament over the weekend in Winston-Salem, and I did not miss Dark. I mean, I played Dark Hole then, and I didn't like it. I just did not like the card, just because like, even if you get over the Dark Destroyer,
yeah,
you still have a Forerunner that you still have to deal with, and then you just Dark Hold yourself, and your Thousand Dante isn't going to do anything against.
I remember why I sound like I sound in this video. It's because back then, I used to get sick after going to every Yu-Gi-Oh event that I would go to. I guess there's just so many germs and so many people in the same building. Even if Konami says you no longer have to wear a mask at their events, I probably still will, because I don't want to go back to getting a cold after every regional.
So 28.
Right.
You're going to have to further your own game just to make a Dante, just to hopefully F0 and take that. So I didn't like it. Some people like it, I just didn't like it for myself. Then my trap cards where I played 3 Scolding.
Scolding was good that day as
like
well.
The whole engine of my deck, not playing like a lot of traps and spells,
yeah,
and just being super combo oriented, because I play like 30 something monsters,
right?
And this card was just incredible every single time.
Good stuff.
I'll go over the extra deck really quick.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So
yeah, I mean, most of these are just like, never made this card one time. I've only made this once.
Hard to believe this deck was as crazy as it was
Never
without
actually got
Zeus.
summoned at one time. Made it once. This is really good with the Chaos Engine, because you can go like Virtual spin a card, Chaos Sorcerer, banish a card, XYZ into Ptolemy M7, add back BL.
Yeah, so like that was the theory of why I played Rubik. Wow, this actually wasn't terrible. So like you could Rubik into Virgil to spin, and then summon Chaos Sorcerer, banish a card, and then make M7, and then bounce a card, or add like a card from your graveyard back to your hand.
BLS, banish another card. So this was really good. And then obviously I played Gaia Charger. I only played him because of a side decked Econ.
Right.
Because I expected to play against 400 million mirror matches, and I didn't play against a single one.
Did you miss the third Beatrice?
I only made this card 2 times. Like, I feel like if I was playing more of like a pure BA build, I would have missed having 3.
Right.
But I only ever made her like 2 times. I don't know if it was just, I guess it's because a lot of what she does is my Chaos monsters also do.
Right.
But this card actually did win me a game against Taylor Knights. He thought he had me in game 3 with Diamond, and I Econ'd it and Thunder Chargered over it. I lost because of it.
Oh, that's so good. Ooh, the original Zeus, Gaia Charger. Let me Econ your XYZ and put this over top of it.
It's not actually in sleeves.
That's clean. Even by 2022 standards, that is still pretty clean. Alright, side deck. Side deck. This is what I'm worried about the most. Hey, I still have that deck box. What I'm worried about the most is I still am terrible at building side decks. That's a full disclaimer. I'm still awful at building side decks, but I wonder if there's been any progression.
Okay. Sided 2 of those. Never needed them. Sided those. Never needed them. They were just garbage.
Okay.
Sided those. Never needed them.
Sounds like this side deck was terrible. I never used anything. Probably except these system downs.
Those put in some work. And those, because obviously I would swap out. This is what I would change. I would change out Galaxy Cyclone, Regeki, and Valors.
Right.
Just the cards that were just completely dead against Cosmo.
I'm actually really surprised that this is as good as it is. In a lot of ways, I kind of feel like 2016 to 2017 is where I really peaked at the game. Because shortly after this was when I started playing Herald of Perfection, and I managed to get 3rd place at a Concord Regional, which was, so far in my Yugi career, my highest accomplishment. So I feel like at this time in the game was when I was really the best. And I think the reason behind that is because I was playing more than I've ever played in my life, including now. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Every single day. I'd get off work, come home, play Yu-Gi-Oh! Online, go to locals 2 or 3 times a week. At that time, my town actually had a shop that had locals during the week. Then we'd go to a locals out of town about an hour away Thursday night, and then we'd go play Yu-Gi-Oh! All weekend. So I definitely feel like there is an aspect to the game as the more you play, the better that you get.
Swap out.
Yeah.
And I played 3 econs just for the mirror that I never actually got to play against. And there was one more card I side decked. I don't remember what it was actually, just because I took my side apart because it's not good anymore.
Right.
So I can't honestly remember what it was, but I never sided it in, I can tell you that. So it probably wasn't even important anyway.
Yeah.
But these are the only cards I side decked all day. Never used any of these. Never played against any Pendulum, never played against Mirror Match.
Oh, those were for Pendulum. Okay.
All right.
I was trying to think of what those were for.
All right, Mike. I appreciate you sitting down with me. Congratulations on getting your invite. Hopefully I'll get mine and be able to go on Nationals with you.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, YouTube, this is TYP336. Sign out. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace out.
Okay, so I actually give this like a 7.5 out of 10. There are definitely some things that could be changed according to like the knowledge I have now versus back then, but I think the general principle of the deck actually isn't that bad. If I wanted to keep in like the Rainbow Karibo, I'd say probably put it at 1 because you don't really want to draw it. You're trying to more or less send it off Rhino. Majesty's Fiend was very good. The Chaos cards at this time were still very, very powerful cards. They were very good bomb cards, so like cards that have a minimal requirement to meet the conditions to activate or summon. So like Chaos Sork being able to banish away things and BLS being able to hit twice over something was still very, very strong at this time. So I can't really roast this that bad. The more recent ones do seem as if I have showed quite the progression from episode 1 in this series. So who knows? Maybe next time we'll take it back a few steps and we'll go back to like maybe another 2012, 2013 deck profile. But yeah, so I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Also, head on over to TYP336's channel. Give him a subscribe, like this video. There's actually an entire archive of me from like the 2010s up until nowadays on there. So if you want to watch any of these yourself and just see how cringy most of them are, you can definitely do that. So thank you guys for watching. Once again, before we part ways, make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. It really motivates me to make more videos like this. And I think that's it for today, guys. So this is Mike from Dark Magical Gaming signing out until the next one. Take care, everybody.